Buon pomeriggio. Hello, everyone. Today I'm addressing you as a representative of Rondine International Peace Lab. It's inspired by a profound and compelling vision. We were created thanks to a very inspiring reality that is quite nearby. It's in Tuscany, and it's called Rondine Cittadella della Pace, Rondine Citadel of Peace. It's an organization that for almost 30 years is working concretely on conflict management, is working on a specific approach that I think not many realities have experienced, at least so profoundly. The vision of this place is unique. Me being Bosnian, I always wanted to do a program that can help me go through conflict that I lived personally, being Bosnian, and as you know, in the Balkans in the 90s, it was very intense when it comes to the war that we had. So we kind of grew up surrounded by destroyed cities, surrounded by destroyed humanity, and people that really could not go further. Rondine Citadel of Peace just had this marvelous idea, and I wanted to become part of it. So years ago, I did the program that is based on peaceful coexistence with your so-called enemy. It's not a week-long activity. It's not a month-long activity. It's a 2 years program where you sit and you work through your issues, your prejudices, and your problems with your so-called enemy. We have Israelis and Palestinians, we have Georgians, Armenians, Bosnians, Croatian, and so forth. Students from all over the world, from war-torn countries, decide for such a brave step ahead, because 2 years is not a short period of time, especially when it comes to working on your wounds, on your prejudices, and working along someone that they taught you for a long time that is your enemy and that you grew kind of hating or having negative emotions. Inspired by this, we created a global community of young peace builders that is called Rondine International Peace Lab, and it has more than 200 members that are working by implementing this kind of method. We uphold the principle that sustainable and lasting peace can only be achieved through direct, sustained, and meaningful engagement between opposing parties. I know it's already a used approach to talk to opposite sides in order to find a common solution. But what we experience often is that we are really limited by time, space, and availability. By using Rondine's method, it's structured in a way that can bring together individuals from opposing sides into shared living environments. This deliberate arrangement fosters daily interaction, facilitating dialogue, mutual communal tasks, and collective responsibilities to open discussions that challenge ideas and promote personal growth. The act of living alongside individuals that are traditionally labeled as your enemies is not symbolic reconciliation. It represents a radical shift away from the conventional conflict resolution practices and moves towards a deeper, more intrinsic form of peace building. This intimate coexistence provides opportunities for sustained personal reflection and self-examination. This process, grounded in day-to-day interactions, cultivates genuine empathy and mutual respect. Often, we are not being taught about how to process what we feel, and emotional intelligence is kind of always put aside as a secondary skill. But we believe strongly that working first on yourself and on your fears, you can move toward building something more. But building something more, again, is needed with 2 people or more. And if we're not capable of admitting our negative traits, or if you're not capable of being open to dialogue, we cannot really build a sustainable future. We have many practical examples on our work in the past 5 to 6 years, of course, because we're quite young organizations, but we have also a particular approach when it comes to impactful projects. We believe that we should not be concentrated only on one team or on one sector, but we should be working on different sectors, meaning we're working on a systems change, meaning that students that finish this kind of program are young professionals that are equipped with emotional intelligence that can help grow any environment, whether it's a law firm, whether it's a school, whether it's a hospital. By bringing these kind of skills with you, humane skills, you can actually create a sustainable environment. So, meaning you can actually change a system. To optimize the impact, when it comes to involvement in peace initiatives, we advocate for structured strategies. What we learned is that conflict resolution education is really essential. Integrating peace education systematically into schools' curricula, so talking already from 5 to 6 years onwards, emphasizes the development of empathy, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. Problem-solving skills obviously related always to emotional intelligence. Societies can really foster from this kind of approach because we start to build generations from early age that are capable in addressing issues in an open and friendly manner. We also lack structural intergenerational mentorship programs. Often we get, not deliberately, but we get kind of closed into our silos of youth, adults, younger, older. We need approach of intergenerational dialogue more and more. Yes, we are motivated. Yes, we're working on building sustainable society, but we also need constant communication and support from the people that are older than us or meaning have more experience, because only in such a way we can actually respond to all the needs inside of our society, not only the needs that we think are the active and essential needs, but the needs of everyone that is living in our society. Looking forward, our vision remains ambitious, but I think it's more than achievable, especially looking at you today. It's such an honor to be with so many people that are doing so many positive changes and are being active, not thinking about the future, but living the present and working actively on your present. We started bringing, thanks to the Rondine method, we started bringing this approach to the high schools in Italy, and we believe that by proper governmental inclusion, collaboration, we can do that, we can expand that. We're seeing first examples of kids knowing and understanding that conflict is not only political, conflict is in many different forms. Conflict is between you and your parents, is with the environment, it's based on gender-based violence, it can be anything. It's not about avoiding the conflict, it's about perceiving it as such and actually being capable of standing inside of it and understanding that it can become a positive energy if we have the proper tools. We are human beings. Of course, the conflicts are part of our lives. It will always be as such, but we should not label them as a tragical component of our coexistence, but rather a catalyst towards finding a common solution that can work for both sides and not just for one side. Thank you.